Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Tuesday evening. Welcome to yourliveevent.com. Joel Morgan coming to you live from Lisbon as the Lisbon Broncos will be hosting the Valley City Highliners in a duel here on a Tuesday night. Valley City comes into this with an undefeated dual record on the season of 8-0. They are currently ranked number 2. They are 8-0 overall, 7-0 in the EDC. That is the top team in the East, while being the number 2 ranked team in Class A wrestling, while the Lisbon Broncos coming to this one suffering their first loss in dual competition last week against South Border 34-30, a duel that came down to the final weight class. Well, they come into this one 8-1, still ranked number 1 in the Class B wrestling poll. So it's going to be a good matchup between two well-tested teams as we move towards the latter half of this 2020-2021 season. Big news coming from the North Dakota High School Activities Association today, and that was that the individual wrestling tournament will now be an open tournament, meaning that there will be no individual regional tournament, but there will be regional tournaments for dual. So we may see some changes coming to Lisbon, who is set to wrestle on the 23rd. That was to be held at Oaks. Oaks is still the plan. The date, well, that is still something that will be in question. As for Valley City, Class A doesn't do a dual region tournament, so not much change on that front. But for them, the individual Class A tournament will not be held for EDC, so they will go into the tournament again with it being open for individual. Also, date changes coming in the way of the state wrestling tournament. Class A, Class B individual tournaments will be held Thursday and Friday. They will be sessioned out. They will expand the format as well in terms of the number of mats, while the dual tournament will be held on Saturday. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll have our prelims for tonight's varsity matchup coming up. This is Wrestling on yourliveevent.com.
Recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinnett. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Welcome back to wrestling on yourliveevent.com. We'll have our prelims coming up between Valley City and the Lisbon Broncos, and then we will have varsity action coming your way as well between these two ranked programs in their respective classes. So waiting for our wrestlers to make their way for the first prelim coming up here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Remember, if you miss anything on our website, you can go to Your Live Event at YouTube, and you can find archived of our previous broadcasts of Your Live Event. We had the Letterman tournament this past weekend. If you're looking for wrestling, Letterman tournament, the Storehawk tournament. We had that triangular last Thursday, where Lisbon suffered their first loss against South Border. That featured EEK as well as Kindred. So we have plenty archived if you go to YouTube and look up Your Live Events. But our officials are making their way into here as well. We are wrestling in the Armory tonight. At the main gym is varsity boys basketball against the Kindred Vikings. So they're at the main gym, and that is put us in the Armory. This was a duel that was originally supposed to be a triangular earlier in the season featuring the Huskies of Wahpeton, but that obviously got bumped when the schedules were pushed back because of the dial back. So our young wrestlers making their way to the mat. Josh Redfern from Valley City. Amos Rammerman scheduled to wrestle for Lisbon. So here we go. We'll get our prelims, and then we'll join you back again for varsity action. Well, that is it for our prelim matches tonight. We'll step aside and come back to get the introduction of our wrestlers. This is High School Wrestling on YourLiveEvent.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Do you feel like there's never enough time to get everything done before planting? The window for spring work is quick and unforgiving. Give yourself the upper hand with the ProTill High Performance High Speed Disc. More and more farmers agree the ProTill is the right tool for springfield conditions and heavy residue management. Zero maintenance bearings, independent disc technology, oversized pins and bushings allow the ProTill to handle whatever field or conditions you can throw at it. Dagelman Industries.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Welcome back to High School Wrestling on YourLiveEvent.com. We have the stream rolling. We're about 10 minutes away from getting started for our broadcast tonight of High School Wrestling. We had our two prelim matches, and we're going to take some time and then get ready to go with the announcement of the starting lineups and our start of our first weight class, which I believe we will be starting in order with 106 pounds. So we'll have that coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Do you feel like there's never enough time to get everything done before planting? The window for spring work is quick and unforgiving. Give yourself the upper hand with the ProTill High Performance High Speed Disc. More and more farmers agree the ProTill is the right tool for springfield conditions and heavy residue management. Zero maintenance bearings, independent disc technology, oversized pins and bushings allow the ProTill to handle whatever field or conditions you can throw at it. Dagelman Industries.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
This is high school wrestling on YourLiveEvent.com. Number 1 ranked Lisbon against number 2 ranked Valley City. Lisbon number 1 in Class B, Valley City number 2 in Class A. They will meet tonight for dual competition. We will begin at 106 pounds, and we'll have that coming up here shortly. We'll start with our introductions and then our first matches right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Do you feel like there's never enough time to get everything done before planting? The window for spring work is quick and unforgiving. Give yourself the upper hand with the ProTill High Performance High Speed Disc. More and more farmers agree the ProTill is the right tool for spring field conditions and heavy residue management. Zero maintenance bearings, independent disc technology, oversized pins and bushings allow the ProTill to handle whatever field or conditions you can throw at it. Dagelman Industries.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agent,
welcome back to our coverage of wrestling on YourLiveEvent.com. Lisbon in Valley City in dual competition. Let's send over to PA for the announcement of our matchups tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's match between the Valley City Highlighters and the Lisbon Broncos. Starting at 106 pounds, from Valley City, Hope Grable, from Lisbon Caston, weight set. Lisbon, Levi Spell. Wrestling at 145 pounds. From Valley City, Espen Kunze. From Lisbon, Simon Spell. For Valley City at 152 pounds, Evan Melky. From Lisbon, Bowden Greenlee. At 160 pounds, from Valley City, Ezra Hansi. From Lisbon, James Schmidt. For 170 pounders, from Valley City, Roden Muskie. From Lisbon, Jordan Sauer. 182 pounds, from Valley City, John Redfern. From Lisbon, Hunter Schultz. 195 pounders, from Valley City, Jonah Schuldheim. From Lisbon, Avery Dick. 220 pounders, from Valley City, Carson McGough. From Lisbon, Gabe Lyons. And an heavyweight, from Valley City, Devin Thornton. From Lisbon, Josh Shear. Valley City, coached by Aaron Larson, assisted by Trevor Hansen, Tim Miller, and Davey Zinke. The Broncos are co-coached by Kevin McCleary and Richard Messina, assisted by Joe Kern and Chris Smith. Valley City will have their choice in the odd-numbered matches.
And there we go. That was our matchups tonight. Lisbon and Valley City out here in a dual competition at the Lisbon Armory tonight on yourliveevent.com. And it looks like we will start at 113 pounds. Coy Griebel will wrestle for Valley City against Seamus Kelly from Lisbon. So 113 pounds is where we will start. And looks like we're going to get a switch coming. We'll get a switch, and Griffin Greenlee will wrestle instead for Lisbon. So Greenlee from Lisbon against Griebel from Valley City at 113 pounds. Excuse me, we're going to go 106 pounds, so it is a switch up to 106. And Griebel gets the takedown, and he will have himself a 2-0 advantage early on here in period number 1. So Griebel was listed at 113, was brought down to wrestle at 106 with a switch, and Greenlee is his opponent. Griebel, a state champion, trying to pick up a win here tonight in what is going to be closely contested. 2-0 Griebel's lead on the Mobility Plus scoreboard here at yourliveevent.com. It's a 106-pound match. Again, these two teams were supposed to wrestle some point earlier this season, but things got changed because of COVID-19, and this ended up being rescheduled as to his feet, getting the point for the escape will be Greenlee. That makes it 2-1. Griebel will add another takedown to go up 4-1 on the Mobility Plus scoreboard. Now racking up back points and trying to get a victory here via fall. The official will come in close as there is 33 seconds left in the first period, and then the win comes via fall. So Griebel wins via the fall, and it will be a 6-0 advantage for the Valley City Highliners through one weight class here against the Lisbon Broncos. 113, Waitson will wrestle for the Lisbon Broncos. And Colton Griebel instead will come in on the switch. Griebel goes to shoot. Waitson sprawls out, tries to get a turn on his opponent. 6-0 the dual score in favor of Valley City on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Making a move at the head is Griebel. Wadeson grabs the hand, tries to pull him in. Griebel puts the hand behind the head of Wadeson. Well, this is 113 pounds. I believe every weight class will be full tonight as a takedown comes from Wadeson. No, they won't award him points. They said he did not have control, and now he will get 2 points for the takedown, Will Wadeson. No, still has not been awarded points. Credit Griebel keeping control of Wadeson's leg. Griebel, I think, will get the points here for the takedown. Wadeson looks to be turned on his shoulders, and you can hear a little bit from the Valley City side. They believe that points should be awarded to Griebel, and they're going to call a stalemate and get him back to a neutral position. So it was Wadeson the aggressor, and then when it looked like he had control, no points were awarded. Then Griebel looked like he had control, no points were awarded. So still scoreless, 37 seconds left in the first period at 113 pounds. Coming in to shoot, Griebel, sprawling out will be Wadeson. Tries to turn Griebel. Griebel keeps control of the leg. Now control of the upper body goes to Wadeson. Wadeson with some strong upper body control. 13 seconds left in the first period. No score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. 6-0 Valley City, the dual score. Coy Griebel to win via fall against Griffin Greenlee at 106 pounds, as the period will be in the books. So first period results in no score, and Griebel will choose to be down for the second period. Wadeson taking 106 pounds this last weekend at the Letterman Tournament at Central Cass. If you missed that, we had it video streamed here at Your Live event, and you can watch it archived on YouTube. Griebel looked to turn out quickly against Wadeson. He will try it again. He just can't free himself of Wadeson's hands. Second period, no score, 15 seconds into it. Could be a battle here from top to bottom with these two lineups. Lisbon #1 right now in Class B wrestling. Latest poll, Valley City #2 team in Class A. Valley City qualifying the last 4 straight years as a dual, have placed well individual. As setting up the cradle is Wadeson, and he will turn Griebel and will get him on his back. Wadeson will get his first points, and he may end this thing here in the second period. Griebel is putting up a fight. Wadeson adjusts the grip, and the official looking in closely. Just under a minute left in the second period. Wadeson has a lead. By how much, we are about to find out. It will be 3 points, and Wadeson a 3-0 lead here against Colt Griebel in the second period of 113 pounds. So immediately right out of the gate, we had switches at 106 and 113. Both of these wrestlers were going to wrestle at 106 to get things going. Griebel puts pressure on the head of Wadeson, and Wadeson trying to prevent some reversal points from being awarded. He is able to turn back Griebel, is now trying to get him back on his shoulders. 17 seconds left to wrestle second period. 3-0 Wadeson on the Mobility Plus scoreboard here at YourLiveEvent.com. Wadeson will now get an attempt to work the ankle of Griebel. Trying to set up a turn, but there is not a whole lot of time left as period #2 is in the books. We'll go into the third here at 113 pound. Catching Wadeson wrestling for Lisbon. Casting Wadeson for Lisbon. Colt Griebel wrestling for the Valley City Highliners. 6-0 Highliners lead in the dual scores. Griebel immediately turns Wadeson. Wadeson turns himself over, and they say Griebel still has control. He's going to get Wadeson on his back and pick up some back points. Now we got a quick count from the official. Now we'll start seeing some near fall points. And I believe this will tie things up at 3, as they're going to award 4, it looks like. And now we're going to get blood time. So we'll see what comes up with the score update. It will be 4 points for the near fall. So 4-3 Griebel leads at 113 pounds, but we do have blood time, so we'll step aside. This is high school wrestling at yourliveevent.com.
Many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinnett. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com. Lisbon and Valley City in dual action on our Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. The dual score is 6-0 Valley City. A victory for Coy Griebel at 106 pounds over Griffin Greenlee. And then we're up to 113. Casson Wadeson trails Colt Griebel by a score of 4-3. 1:42 left. We're in the third period. We had blood time. And Wadeson was ready to come back and wrestle. And one more check by the official, and these two wrestlers will come back out. Blaze Rinke, 120, scheduled next for the Lisbon Broncos. Of course, we saw switches coming right out of the first weight class. So I'd imagine there'd be more to come tonight. 120 pounds. Logan Navarro ready to wrestle for the Valley City Highliners. Third period resumes. Griebel on top. He has a 4-3 lead in the third period. 90 seconds left in the match. He will get a turn against Wadeson, and Wadeson will bridge out. Near fall points, though, being awarded. Wadeson tries to bridge out again, and Griebel does a great job staying on top of him. Wadeson on his side will get a turn and puts himself into a bridge. 1:10 left to wrestle in the third period. Wadeson trying to get himself back on his stomach. The official comes in close, and Wadeson will get the turn. I think letting off a little bit was Griebel as he wants to try a different approach. 7-3. Colton Griebel with the lead. 40 seconds left to wrestle in the third period. Valley City a 6-0 lead in the dual score on our Mobility Plus scoreboard. Griebel's going to get another turn against Wadeson. The official will start the count for near fall points. He's got Wadeson in close. Somehow Wadeson's keeping his shoulders off the mat. 10 seconds left. Two seconds left, and this one is going to be a final. Griebel to win, 10-3. 9-0 Valley City Highliners. Will come up to 120 pounds. Blaze Rinke will wrestle. Blaze Rinke will wrestle against Logan Navarra for the Valley City Highliners. So up to 120 pounds, 9-0 Valley City, the dual score on a Mobility Plus scoreboard. This one just underway. It's Rinke the aggressor as both wrestlers come down low. Navarro now will come on top. And wrestlers will come out of the circle. Lisbon suffering their first loss in dual competition. That came last Thursday against South Border. Valley City 8-0 in their dual competition this season, 7-0 in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Again, just announced today, no individual EDC tournament. The state wrestling tournament will move to an open tournament. The same will be said for Lisbon in Class B. They will not wrestle in their individual region tournament, just duels to be held at Oaks. Still scoreless in the first period at 120 pounds. Navarra for Valley City, Rinky for Lisbon. And they're going to give 2 points to Navarra for the takedown. Coy Griebel took 106. Colt Griebel took 113 for Valley City to give him this lead. Navarra takes the lead here at 120 pounds. .35 seconds left here in the first period. Navarra trying to set up the turn against Rinky. He got to his feet. Navarra broke him right back down as there is 13 seconds left in the first period. Another setup again. Wrestlers able to keep themselves in bounds for the final 5 seconds of this period. And now period number 1 in the books. Lisbon will get a point at the end of that first period, so that will make it 2-1. Navarra, though, from Valley City leads. They were about to start the second period, and an error happened in the scoreboard here in the Armory. They had time already running. Coach Rich Lucina caught eyes on that. And to stop the official, allowed time to restart time for this second period. (2-1). Logan Navarra from Valley City leads. Plays Rinky for the Lisbon Broncos on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Again, an error on the time. The officials trying to get that sorted out. The time for the second period just began. They will now get the 2 minutes ready to go. So now we are back. It's Rinky against Navarra, and then an errant buzzer sound. And now we're set to go. They restarted only 1 or 2 seconds had went off the scoreboard, but they restarted time for the second period back to a full 2 minutes. Navarra is going to release Blaze Rinky, and that will make it 2-2. Navarra goes for another takedown against Rinky. Rinky able to put up some defense against it. Navarra trying to get the turn against his opponent. 90 seconds left, second period. We're going to get stalemate. Wrestlers to their feet back at the center of the mat. Over in the main gym, it is Kindred basketball against against the Lisbon boys basketball. That is why we have been put into the Armory here in what was a rescheduled duel. Both coaches very happy to have on the schedule. Rinky was going for the single leg. Navarra able to get some traction against his opponent. He'll get 2 points for a takedown, and he'll start getting some near fall points. It looks like from this angle he ran a little high on that cradle. Of course, he was just giving what his opponent was opening up for him. Near fall points will be awarded. Navarra's lead is pushed to 7-2 on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Under a minute left in the second period. We are at 120 pounds. Rinky for Lisbon, Navarra for the Valley City Highliners. Wrestlers will come back to the mat. 9-0 the dual score in favor of Valley City. Navarra will release Rinky, his opponent. That makes it 7-3. Navarra still with the 4-point lead. Rinky has a single leg set up. Gets Navarra moving, tries to roll into a cradle. Navarra gets himself free. And both wrestlers will come off the mat. I think Rinky Down 7-3, was thinking he needed to make up all those points at once. And tried to set up that cradle and lost his grip. So the wrestlers will continue. Final 23 seconds left of our second period at 120 pounds. Navarro wheels down Rinke to the mat, tries to swing himself around for a takedown. And Rinke keeps his leg up. 5 seconds left in the second period. And the wrestlers will come out of the circle. And we will get neutral here for the third period. Blaze Rinke 3. Ivan Navarro from Valley City 7. Valley City taking the first 2 weight classes out of the gates, taking 106 and 113. This is our 120-pound match. Rinke will go for the leg of Navarro. Navarro just plants his head and gives himself a base. Navarro is trying to prevent Rinke from popping himself up and get 2 points for a takedown. Navarro looks like he has a cradle set up. Rinke was strictly on the offensive to get things going, and they'll call a stalemate. Wrestlers will come up to their feet. Minute 20 left. We are in the third period of 126 pounds. 120 pounds. Navarro 7, Rinke 3. Now a minute left. Navarro just working down Rinke. I'm surprised we haven't seen the official step in and stop it. Rinke will come to his feet. Navarro set up a shot. The wrestlers will come out of the circle. 44 seconds left in this third period. Rinke went to shoot. And Navarro able to sprawl himself out. Inside a half a minute left. Period number 3, Valley City so close to adding to their lead, 12-0 in the dual score. Navarro gets Rinke down again. Three seconds left in this one, about to become a final 7-3. Navarro wins. It is 12-0 Valley City Highliners. We move on to 126 pounds. 12-0 Valley City. The dual score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. 126 pounds. It's Swalner for Lisbon. And Ethan Miller. Miller, the freshman, will wrestle for the Valley City Highliners. And no score here in our first period. 126 pounds just underway. Wallner to shoot. Miller sprawls out. And he will get a quick takedown. Valley City has had a strong showing through the first now 4 weight classes. They won the first 3, and they score first in the in the fourth. 2-0 Miller leads. And the official will have them reset. Miller goes for a quick breakdown of Wallner. Wallner almost on his back, turns himself to his stomach quickly. Miller trying to stretch out his opponent. Able to get the arms to the side, but Wallner to his feet and try to dance his way out of the control of Ethan Miller, but he could not. And Miller will try to break down Wallner again. 39 seconds left in the first period. Ethan Miller, a 2-0 lead here at 132 pounds on the Mobility Plus scoreboard. 12-0 Valley City's lead. Wallner moves himself to his base, broken down by Miller. Tried again. Miller was able to put him down to the mat. Six seconds left in the first period. Miller a turn, and he brings Wallner with him, unable to get the leverage he was looking for. Period number 1 in the books. Ethan Miller, a 2-0 lead at 126 pounds on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks for joining us wrestling here at the Lisbon Armory. Lisbon hosting Valley City. Neutral position to begin the second period. Wrestlers will tie up. Wallner doing some hand fighting. Trying to find an angle here against Miller. Miller will pull him in. Miller to shoot. Wallner sprawls out. Wallner steves on the low level and backs up against Miller. It was Coy Griebel winning at 106 pounds. Colton Griebel at 113. Ivan Navarro at 120 for Valley City here at 126. Ethan Miller 2-0 lead, and they're going to call dangerous move. So that will put the wrestlers back into a neutral position. In fact, it will give a point to Lisbon. So Wallner now trails 2-1. Approaching the final minute of the second period. Miller drops levels. Wallner drops levels. Miller goes for the double leg, and he gets Wallner down. He gets 2 points. Ethan Miller pushes his lead to 4-1 on the Mobility Plus scoreboard and gets behind Carter Wallner. Just worked himself over. .26 seconds left in the second period. Valley City leads this duel by a score of 12-9. Ethan Miller leads this individual match here at 126-4-1 against Carter Wallner. Strength that make that a 6-1 advantage. And Wallner looks for a reversal, almost had it. Tries to get control against Miller. Has control of the leg of Miller. No points awarded from the official. And they will award a point to Wallner at the end. So 6-2. Ethan Miller leads at 126. We go into the final period. We had a fall in the first weight class. Coy Griebel from Valley City got the win over Griffin Greenlee, and after that it's all been decisions. Miller on top here for the final period, his lead at 6-2. One minute, 15 seconds and counting left in the third period here at 126 pounds. Miller trying to set the turn against Gardner Waldner. Miller up 6-2. Valley City close if Waldner can't turn it around here quick. Valley City is very close to taking all the first 4 weight classes that begin the night. And we'll get a stop from the official. Now we'll put the wrestlers back in the center of the mat. Miller remains on top. 43 seconds left. Now down to the final 30 seconds here at 126 pounds. Miller trying to set up a pinning combination here against Wallner. Wallner able to get his arm free. 17 seconds left. Now down to the final 10 seconds. Valley City will take the first 4 weight classes out of the gate. Ethan Miller will win this one by a final of 6-2. And Valley City has been impressive to start off the night here against Lisbon. 6-2, our dual score in favor of Valley City on the Mobility Plus scoreboard. It's on to 132 pounds. Mike Nelson will wrestle for the Lisbon Broncos. Tucker Johnson wrestling for Valley City, and Nelson gets a quick takedown. His lead at 2-0. First time, I believe, on the night. Strike that will be the second time on the night that Lisbon in a weight class has scored first. Last time at 113. Mike Nelson was trying to work Tucker Johnson into a cradle. 2-0 Mike Nelson on the Mobility Plus scoreboard. He'll let him go. That will make it 2-1. Nelson with the lead, trying to set down another takedown. Drops levels, Nelson goes for the double leg. Miller gets control, turns him, tries to turn him one more time. Official has not given points for a takedown, now he will. So Mike Nelson, a 4-1 lead, 45 seconds left in the first period. Nelson picking up some back points here against Tucker Johnson. 3 will come the way of Nelson. He takes a lead 7-1. 29 seconds left in the first period. And another turn comes, and I think we may have a fall here. Nelson has it in close. This would be the first weight class that Lisbon has taken tonight against Valley City. And a good job by Tucker Johnson. He has put his head on the shoulder of Nelson, and that is what has prevented him from losing as the period will come to an end. 10-1 after one period here at 132 pounds. Tucker Johnson from Valley City trailing Mike Nelson from Lisbon by a score of 10-1. Our dual score 15-0 Valley City here on YourLiveEvent.com. We're going to get some injury time here. So let's step aside. We'll be back at YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. 132 pounds, Tucker Johnson wrestling for Valley City. Mike Nelson wrestling for the Lisbon Broncos. Second period underway. Nelson with the 10-1 lead. Valley City, though, leads the duel by a score of 15-0. Nelson looks for the fireman, will get it. 2 more points comes for Nelson. 12-1 his lead. Lisbon needs to make up some points here in the dual score. Nelson looks for a turn against Johnson. Works over Johnson, will get him on his back. And he extends the arm to give himself some more leverage. One minute left in the second period. Nelson trying to get a turn against Johnson again. He will step over, has him down, and – 40 seconds left, and we'll get a fall. So Nelson wins via the fall in the second period. Lisbon will win their first weight class and runs the dual score to 15-6 on to 138 pounds. Isaiah Schultheis will wrestle for Valley City. Levi Sveum will wrestle for the Lisbon Broncos. So we're at 138 pounds. Valley City leads the duel 15-6. Valley City number 2 dual team in Class A. Lisbon number 1 team in Class B. Valley City has not lost a duel this year. Lisbon suffered their first loss last week against a very talented South Border team. It looks like it's Levi Sveum who's been the aggressor here, and Schultheis will go to shoot. Sveum will sprawl himself out. Schultheis keeps control of the wrist. Approaching a minute left in the first period. No score right now. High school wrestling for you on yourliveevent.com. No score in this weight class on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. 15-6, so Valley City leads the duel. Wrestlers tie high will release quickly. News coming down the pipe today of changes will be made in wrestling and hockey this year. Wrestling will be an open tournament for the individual state tournament, which will now be run Thursday, Friday only. Dual tournaments will be run on Saturday for Class A and Class B. Class A, not much of a difference. The East and West does not have a dual tournament. Well, for the regions in Class B, they will just have a dual tournament. 15 seconds left in the first period here at 138 pounds. No score. Schultheis comes to shoot. Sveum will sprawl out. 2 second, 1 second. First period in the books. Schultheis made the decision, and he will be on top to begin the second period. Sveum sits out, rolls to his feet, tries to release the wrist of Schultheis. He does. Sveum will get the first point, 1-0 in his advantage. Schultheis tried to drop levels. Sveum kept control of his opponent's upper body. Schultheis to shoot again. Sveum will sprawl out. Has hands under the chin of Schultheis. Now will make an adjustment. Will go for the upper body and the back leg. If he comes around, he'll get 2. He will. So now it's a 3-0 advantage for Sveum into the second period. Less than a minute left at 138 pounds. See him trying to turn Schultheis, and Schultheis just able to keep himself moving. 49 seconds left to wrestle in the second period. Valley City won the first 4 weight classes out of the gate. 106, 113, 120, and 126. Lisbon finally able to take 132. That was Mike Nelson with the win via fall against Tucker Johnson from Valley City. 20 seconds left in the second period. See him doing all he can to get a turn against Johnson. Schultheis just really been on the defensive here for what has seemingly been the last, I would say about the last minute or so of that period. So we'll move on to period number 3. And I think we're going to go neutral. Yep, we will go neutral for the final period. The call went to Levi Spiam. He made the call to go neutral. Schultheis goes for the single leg. Spiam sprawls out, tries to grab the leg of Schultheis. They will come to their feet and separate. Minute 37 left. Schultheis goes again. Spiam gets the upper body and the leg. He'll come from behind. 2 more points. 5-0 the lead on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. So Lisbon trying to climb their way back into this duel. We're down early, 15-0. Fall would go a long way here at 138 pounds. Say a Schultheis, hand behind his back. 57 seconds left in the third period. Simon Spiam scheduled to wrestle next at 145 for Lisbon. Espen Kunze for Valley City. Spiam just cannot find the angle he's looking for against Schultheis. Seven seconds left to wrestle, third period. This one close to being made final. And Spiam will get the win, 5-0. So 5-0 the final score at 138 pounds. Espen Kunze wrestling for the Valley City Highliners. Simon Spiam wrestling for the Lisbon Broncos. (15-9) the dual score on a Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. No score yet at 145. See him trying to shut up a shot against Kunze. Kunze keeping control of the hand. He goes to turn him. Wrestlers will come out of bounds. Wrestlers will tie up. Spiam went to throw the upper body of Kunze. Kunze was able to hold his base and separate. And fighting going on at the far side of the mat. 40 seconds left in the first period. No score at 145 pounds. Kunze to shoots. Sviam was able to get up. Kunze keeps control of the leg, trying to get the sweep against Sviam. And Sviam just fighting right now. Got the foot down, is able to regain his base. Never stopped moving, and that allowed him to get free of Espen Kunze. Thanks for all joining us here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Lisbon Broncos Wrestling. 15-9, Valley City leads the duel on the Mobility Plus scoreboard. Still no score at 145 as this will come to an end. So the first period ends, on to period number 2. Right away, Sviam tried to set the cradle. Kunze tried to work his way free. And we're going to get a warning from the official, potentially dangerous. And Kunze tried to get free, almost had it for the escape. But momentum brought both wrestlers out of bounds. That would have been the first points we've seen here. 1:43 left in the second period. Sviam from Lisbon trying to set up a cradle right out of the gate against Kunze. He has done that on both occasions here. Now he will extend his Valley City opponent. Stretching him out, Kunze to his base. Sviam tries to open up for a cradle, or tries to get him to open up for the cradle, and Kunze able to crawl back out past the circle. Sviam trying to get the cradle rolling. He has a minute left in the second period. Yet to see a score here at 145 pounds. Kunze to his base, to his legs. Sviam able to get him turned, and now Kunze looks like he's going to get points for a reversal. That's exactly what we're going to see. Kunze get some points. Kunze gets 4 points to take a 4-0 lead. Sviam to his feet, gets himself free. He'll get on the scoreboard, makes it 4-1. 4-1 with 20 seconds left in the second period. 145 pounds. Ten seconds left in the second period. Sviam had control of Kunze, lost it. Kunze stumbled, but Sviam did as well. Three seconds left in the second period, and that has come to an end. Espen Kunze 4, Simon Sviam 1. Neutral position to begin the final period at 145 pounds. Kunze shoots, Sviam sprawls, both wrestlers to their feet. Valley City at one point had a 15-0 lead in this duel. Lisbon has come back to take the last two. And they will put wrestlers back to the center of the mat. It is neutral position here for the final 139. And fighting right now, Sviam comes in to shoot. Kunze will sprawl out. He tries to go for the single leg. Kunze able to get on defensive. Wrestlers will come out. Nearing the final minute of the third period. Both wrestlers down. No one has been given control by the official. And now 2 points. Simon Spiehum will get 2 points, 4-3 the score. He looks up at the scoreboard. If he can roll him on his back, he'll take the lead. Full house out here at the Lisbon Armory. You can hear the crowd. Spiehum tries to get a turn against his opponent. He has 35 seconds here to try to make up that 1-point deficit. Kunze to his feet. Wrestlers able to stay in bounds. And they're going to give him 1 point. They're going to give Kunze the point. (5-3) Espen Kunze leads. Kunze didn't know he had gotten the point for the escape. 5-3 he leads. Spiehum just needs a takedown to tie this. He drops levels, goes for the takedown, tries to set it up again. There is 17 seconds left, has him set in the cradles. Kunze able to work himself over. Spiehum will get the 2 points. 5-5. That will tie it. 7 seconds left. And the wrestlers will come out. They're going to give Kunze the point. Coach Lucina is having the conversation. So 6-5 the score. Spiehum needs a takedown. He won't get it. Kunze will get the win. 6-5. And 18-9, Valley City pushes their lead in the duel on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. It's on to 152 pounds. Bowden Greenlee will wrestle for the Lisbon Broncos. Evan Milkey will be his opponent from Valley City. What an exciting finish to that last match here at 145 pounds. Greenlee looking to come in to shoot. 2-point takedown. Greenlee with the lead. He will release, and then he will get the takedown. His lead at 4-1. Milkey will get the point for the escape. 4-2 the score. And 2 more coming for Bowden Greenlee. Minute 15 left in the first period here at 152 pounds. And we're going to get a warning from the official. Greenlee's going to release. Belkian gets the point to make it 6-3. Greenlee to shoot, has a single leg. We'll get 2 more on the takedown. 8-3 now his lead. And the escape point will go to Evan Milkey. 8-4 the advantage. So another 2 more for Greenlee, and then another point for the escape. And then another 2 for Greenlee. That will make it 12-5. 23 seconds left in the first period. Ten seconds left in the first period. Bowden Greenlee a 12-5 lead against Evan Milkey from Valley City. No time left, first period in the books. So as Greenlee's call, he deferred. Evan Milkey for Valley City will take down. And Greenlee's going to let him through, and he does. Greenlee lead at 12-6. (18-9). Valley City leads the duel. Are they giving the 2 to Greenlee? Yep, Greenlee will get 2 more. 14-6 his lead. And Melky will get the escape, 14-7. The wrestlers went out. We'll come back to the center of the mat. Greenlee comes to shoot. Has not gotten the takedown yet as Evan Melky keeps control of his leg. Now 2 more will come for Greenlee. 16-7 the score. Greenlee sets the chicken wing under a minute left in the second period. We are looking at 152 pounds. Bowden Greenlee for Lisbon, Evan Melky for Valley City. Near fall points coming for Greenlee. And now he has Evan Melky on his back. 33 seconds left and a win for Greenlee. And our dual score on the Mobility Plus scoreboard, 15-18. Valley City's advantage. 160 pounds, Jaden Schmidt for Lisbon. I believe it's Ezra Hans will come and wrestle for the Valley City Highliners. Winners for Valley City: Coy Griebel at 106, Colton Griebel at 113, Logan Navarra at 120. We'll get you more scoring updates as we'll come back to our 160-pound match. Both wrestlers dropping levels. Kunze with Hans with control of the wrist of Schmidt. Jaden Schmidt trying to set up a shot against his opponents. Approaching a minute left in the first period. Hans to shoot, gets the single leg, will get Jaden Schmidt up. Jaden Schmidt will keep control of Hans. Hans trying to drive himself forward. Hans will get Schmidt up again, and Schmidt will keep control of the hips of Hans. Now Schmidt tries to come around. If he does, he'll get 2 points. He does. 2-0 in Jaden Schmidt's lead against Ezra Hans here from Valley City. And wrestlers will come out of the circle on the near side. Two nothing advantage for Jaden Schmidt on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard here on YourLiveEvent.com. Seven seconds left in the first period. And that is the end of the first period. And a caution will be issued. Scoreboard reads 2-1. Jaden Schmitz with the lead over Ezra Hans, and he's looking to get some points here on a reversal. He'll get it. Schmidt will get the reversal, and he will start picking up near fall points. He has Hantz on his back. Good bridge by Ezra Hantz. Schmidt has him turned. Hantz rolls the inside shoulder to avoid the fall. 90 seconds left in the second period. And a win! Schmidt gets the win on the fall, and Lisbon takes the lead on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard here in the duel, 21-18. Jordan Sowers coming in at 170. Broden Muskie. And we're going to get Hunter Schultz wrestling at 170. So Hunter Schultz will move to 170. Broden Muskie will wrestle for Valley City. Schultz was originally set for 182, so he will be switched down to 170. Schultz has a single leg set up. Muskie hops around the one leg. He will grab the single leg against Schultz. And Schultz on the move, trying to free his hands. Muskie drives him, and Schultz rolls through, but they will give him the takedown. So Muskie's lead, 2-0 on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard here on 170. Muskie with the lead against Hunter Schultz. Schultz to his feet, had himself free for a second, but not enough to get a point. Muskie trying to turn Hunter Schultz. 21-18, Valley City leads this duel. Lisbon leads this duel on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Top two programs in the respective classes. .47 seconds left in the first period. .35 seconds left in the first period. And the wrestlers will come out of the circle. 25 seconds left in the first period. Broden Muskie a 2-0 lead against Hunter Schultz at 170. Schultz originally slated at 182. Jordan Sowers, I'd imagine, will move up a weight class. Muskie will get the turn against Schultz, and Schultz will turn through. Three seconds left in the first period, and it will come to an end. Muskie with a 2-0 lead against Hunter Schultz. Valley City jumped out to a 15-0 lead through the first three weight classes, make that four weight class of the duel, and it's been Lisbon playing catch-up since then, and they now have that lead in the duel, 21-18. Schultz on top here to begin the second period. Muskie turns out. Schultz keeps control, and reversal points coming for Muskie. He will get two more to make it 4-0. Broden Muskie, the 4-0 score. Minute 35 to go, second period. Muskie trying to turn Schultz. And the official will call him out. We'll bring him back in. I think we'll see a caution. Yep, we'll see a caution come. Muskie moved a little too soon. And Schultz will sit out right off the whistle. Schultz at the feet. Gets the hands free, turns himself around. I've not seen points given yet by the official as the wrestlers will come out of the circle. Schultz will not get a point as he tries to sit out again. This time Muskie's ready for it. Final minute of the second period. Muskie a 4-0 lead on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Trying to tie up this duel. Decision here would tie things up at 21. .40 seconds now left in the second period. .27 seconds left in the second period. To his feet, getting the points will be Hunter Schultz. 4-1 Schultz trails, 17 seconds left in the second period. Schultz has a single leg set up, 4 seconds left. Both wrestlers will go down. Schultz keeps control of the leg. Muskie comes around, and the official said the clock was at 0. Muskie will not get any points, and he'll go into the final period from Valley City leading 4-1 here at 170 pounds. Hunter Schultz wants both wrestlers up. There's Schultz setting up the single leg. Muskie works him down, and he gets a single leg against Schultz. Schultz is able to sit down, and now Muskie gets the takedown, 6-1 his lead. Final 90 seconds left of the third period here at 170 pounds. Muskie continues to work Schultz forward. And a point. Point is given, I believe is what he said. We'll wait till we get up on the scoreboard here, but 6-1 is the score as it stands right now. Bowden Muskie's lead. Minute left in the third period here at 170. Hunter Schultz tries to stand up. He can't. .47 seconds left in the final period. Muskie's a win for Muskie here by decision would tie the duel score at 21-21. Hunter Schultz was dropped down from 182 to 170 to wrestle against Bowden Muskie. Schultz at his feet, and he'll get a point. So now it is 6-2, 10 seconds left. Schultz has time to get a fall, but that time is going away quickly. Point issue to Schultz, but the period ends. Bowden Muskie gets the win. 6-3 the final, and the duel is tied at 21. Jordan Sowers moves up to 182 pounds. Looks like Cale Griebel is his opponent. So Griebel comes in to wrestle against Sowers. 4-2 the score. Now it is 6-2 the score. Griebel gets the point, makes it 6-3. Now another point, 8-3. They escape 8-4. Another 2 points awarded to Sowers. Another escape point given. And we'll do it all over again. 12-5. Big advantage. Griebel wrestling for Valley City. Sowers wrestling for Lisbon. And the win via fall comes to Sowers. (27-21), Lisbon leads in this duel on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Thanks for joining us, high school wrestling tonight on YourLiveEvents.com. Avery Dick from Lisbon. Jonas Schultheis from Valley City at 195. We'll get your results when we wrap things up here on tonight's broadcast, but Valley City jumped out to a very early lead, taking the first 4 weight classes. .90 seconds left in the first period. This is 195 pounds. Schultheis to shoot. Dick gets control behind the back of Schultheis. Schultheis felt the pressure and fought it off. Minutes now left in the first period. Still no score. Schultheis with the pull against Avery Dick. Now comes with a single leg. Dick sprawls out. 35 seconds left. Both wrestlers on their knees, back to their feet. Schultheis took a step in on Avery Dick. He's about a split second in front of him, getting back over to his feet. 20 seconds now left in the first period. Schultheis with control of Avery Dick's arm. 5 seconds left. He'll release, and this period just about comes to an end. Will end with no score at 195 pounds. (27-21), Valley City leads the duel. Schultheis will be on top to begin the second period of what has been a scoreless 195-pound match. Schultheis will turn Dick. Dick rolls through, comes to his feet, turns around. Schultheis grabs a single leg to try to bring him back down. He can't keep his grip, and Avery Dick will get a point. He leads 1-0. 90 seconds left in the second period. Approaching the final minute of the second period. One nothing Avery Dick's lead. Dick with the hand behind the head of Schultheis. comes in for the single leg. Schultheis sprawls back. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Dick tries again. Schultheis controls the upper body. 37 seconds left in the second period. "20 seconds left. Schultheis grabs a single leg on Avery Dick. Tries to get elevation. Dick fights his way down against Schultheis. At Schultheis' turn, Coach Lucina trying to tell Avery Dick to continue to drive the other way to get him on his back. He comes around. Avery Dick will get the points. He scores 2 before the second period ends. 3-0 Avery Dick leading Jonas Schultheis at 195 pounds in what is a close duel. And I think we're going to get some time from the official. Now we will get some blood time, so let's step aside and take a break. This is high school wrestling on YourLiveEvent.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
And third period underway here, 195 pounds. Avery Dick from Lisbon 3. Jonas Schultheis for Valley City. No score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Avery Dick trying to get a turn against Jonas Schultheis. Still to come, Gabe Lyons at 220 for Lisbon. Josh Shear at heavyweight. The expected lineup right now for Valley City moving forward: Carson McGough at 220. Devin Thornton at heavyweight. Approaching the final minute of the third period, Avery Dick with his 3-0 advantage. Avery Dick trying to get the arm of Schultheis back behind his back. 37 seconds left now in the final period. Dick gets the chicken wing, but not enough to turn Schultheis, and he will try his approach again. 13 seconds left in the match. Three seconds left. 2 seconds, 1. That is final. And Avery Dick will get the win for Lisbon. 30-21. Now the dual score as we move on to 220 pounds. Jonathan Redfern will wrestle for the Highliners. Gabe Lyons will wrestle for the Lisbon Broncos. Lyons to shoot. Redfern sprawls out. Minute 40. Our first period just underway here at 220 pounds. Lions has control of the leg of Redfern. Redfern has control of the leg of Lions. Lions trying to turn himself around and get his leg free to get a takedown. Turned most of himself around. Redfern grabbed control of the ankle. Now Redfern will fall back. Under a minute left in the first period. Redfern will get the takedown against Lions. A great job by Jonathan Redfern. And now trying to turn Lions. .30 seconds left in the first period. Jonathan Redfern, a 2-0 lead against Gabe Lions on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Carson McGough, who was scheduled to wrestle at 2:20, who was changed out for Redfern in the switch, continues to warm up. So I would imagine we're going to see Shear and McGough wrestling at heavyweight as the point for the escape is awarded to Lions. No, they did not give him a point. At least that's what the scoreboard says here at the Armory. So Redfern keeps the lead, 2-0 in the first period, comes to an end. .30-21 dual score in favor of Lisbon on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Redfern on top here to begin the second period. Lions a quick sit out. Redfern will come back on top. .145 left here in the second period. Lions looked like he was in a position to get himself free. Redfern stayed with him. Lions turns himself around. Redfern able to stay on top. .120 now left in the second period. Jonathan Redfern still with that 2-0 advantage. And both wrestlers will come out. Period resumes. Redfern immediately breaks down Gabe Lions. Lions turns himself out. Redfern stays on top again. 49 seconds left in the period. Lions, anytime he has gotten as much as a foot on the mat, Redfern has been right there to turn him around and bring him back towards the mat. 37 seconds left in the second period. To his base, Lions. Redfern's with control of his hip. Lions now to his feet. Turns himself around, and a good job switching to the leg for Redfern. Redfern gets him out of bounds. .19 seconds left in the second period. Lions had his feet down momentarily. Redfern was able again to stay on top of Gabe Lions. So the switch so far has worked out well for Coach Larson, the Valley City Highliners, as they will go into the third period. Jonathan Redfern a 2-0 lead on Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Lisbon leading the duel 30-21. Lions on top to begin the third period. Chicken wing for Lyons. Redfern will get his arm free. Lyons will switch around to the other side this time and tries to get the other arm of Redfern. Almost had Redfern turn, he'll get it. Lyons is picking up near fall points. He has Redfern on his back. The official will come in close. Lyons is on the scoreboard, and he may be able to end this one here in the final minute 15. He extends the arm of Jonathan Redfern, and it's a fall. A win for Lisbon at 2:20. 36-21 their lead. Gabe Lyons, who trailed the first two periods, will come back here and get the win as we move on to heavyweight. Josh Shear for the Lisbon Broncos, Carson McGough for the Valley City Highliners. Shear had a good showing this last weekend, winning the heavyweight division of the Central Cass Letterman Tournament. A 5-round round-robin tournament. .135 left here in this first period, just underway. McGough getting bumped up from 220 to wrestle here in heavyweight. Shear with control of the leg of McGough and tried to work him down, and they're going to give a takedown, or excuse me, they're going to give 2 points to Shear, so he'll get a 2-0 lead. (36-21). Lisbon leads on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Shear opted to go neutral when they returned to the center of the mat, so it makes it 2-1. With Shear leading McGough. Final 47 seconds of the first period. Trying to set up a throw, Josh Shear. And the officials will say they're out. I believe we will have a prelim match, or what would be a post-match, coming at the end of this. So once things wrap up, we're still going to keep it right here. Josh Redfern against Eli Lyons. I believe we'll have that match coming once this varsity competition ends. (2-1) the score, 13 seconds left in the first period. Shear leads 2-1, 5 seconds left. Shear trying to set up one last throw before the period ends. He doesn't, and period number 1 in the books. Next up for Lisbon is a trip Thursday to Napoleon for a triangular. We'll have that here on yourliveevent.com. Shear on top here for the second period, 36-21. Dual lead for Lisbon. McGough to his feet. McGough will get away for the points. We are tied 2-2. Minute 40 here, second period just underway. Minute 20 left. Get McGough from Valley City moving up on the switch. And both wrestlers come out. Shear took a little slide on the floor of the Armory. But pops up quickly. Again, this match here at the Armory in Lisbon. There's a good contingent from both Lisbon and Valley City here to watch. Main gym featuring Kindred and Lisbon boys basketball. Shear was setting up a throw, lost his grip against McGough. McGough saw an opportunity to pounce, but just ran out of room at the mat. .45 seconds left in the second period. 2-2 the score here at heavyweight on a Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. And the wrestlers will come out of the circle. .29 seconds left in the second period. We are at heavyweight, our final match of the varsity duel. Again, I believe there will be 2 young wrestlers wrestling after this is done. We'll keep that video streamed at yourliveevent.com as the wrestlers will come out of the circle again. Seven seconds left in the second period. Goff looking like he's trying to set up Shear for a shot, but he won't. As the time not on his side. So here we go, third period, heavyweights. McGough on top. Shear to his feet. Will turn himself around. McGough will grab the single leg, and Shear is back down on the mat. .2-2, and I would venture that potentially, the way this match has been going, I think next point may win it. McGough will break Shear down. Minute 37 left in the third period. .125 left. And wrestlers come out again. .121 left in the third period. Took Shear into 5 periods to get a win in his first match at heavyweight this Saturday against a wrestler from Oaks. And we may have that happen here with now a minute left in the third period at 285. McGough extends the leg of Josh Shear. Will drive him down to the mat. 40 seconds left. McGough will turn around to the side of Shear and will try to make another turn on him, but Shear drops his shoulder. McGough turns him, but Shear turns himself over, comes to his feet. And the wrestlers will come out, but Shear gets the point. 3-2 the lead, 24 seconds left. Shear can hang on, he'll get a victory here to close out this duel. McGough knows he needs a takedown to win it. And that's what he sets up, the double leg against Shear. Shear sprawls out, and they are stalled at the top of the mat, 7 seconds left. Shear grabbing the ankle of McGough. He knows if he can take away his ability to drive, which he has done, he can hold out for the final few seconds, and that's what he does. So Shear the victory, 39-21 the final score. A win for the Lisbon Broncos, and we will go to a prelim match. So the varsity side of this competition is over. 39-21, a win for the Lisbon Broncos, but this will be a prelim. So this will just be some of the young wrestlers getting some work here on the nights. It's Josh Redfern from Valley City, who wrestled earlier against Amos Rammerman. And then Eli Lyons wrestling for Lisbon. And 39-21, the final score of our varsity competition. We'll have more Lisbon wrestling coming up Thursday night, a trip out to Napoleon. Tentatively, we'll have that for you. Napoleon beginning an early start time for that. That will begin around 3:30. We'll have it here on yourliveevent.com. Two 2-0 the lead for Eli Lyons. Redford trails under a minute left in the first period. And this is just a prelim match coming up at the end of our varsity competition. (39-21) the final, a victory for the Lisbon Broncos. Another dual win. This was Valley City's first dual action loss of the year. And a win here for Lions coming out the prelim side of things. So there we go. That will wrap up our night. We'll come back to run you through a recap of competition that we've seen tonight in our varsity action. But we'll be back with more high school wrestling on yourliveevent.com.
Do you feel like there's never enough time to get everything done before planting? The window for spring work is quick and unforgiving. Give yourself the upper hand with the ProTill High Performance High Speed Disc. More and more farmers agree the ProTill is the right tool for Springfield conditions and heavy residue management. Zero maintenance bearings, independent disc technology, oversized pins and bushings allow the ProTill to handle whatever field or conditions you can throw at it. Dagelman Industries.
Thanks for joining us again, High School Wrestling on yourliveevent.com. And our final score is 39-21, a victory for the Lisbon Broncos against the Valley City Highliners. And what was a tightly contested duel. Let's tell you how things went. We had switches right off the bat at 106-113. Coy Griebel wrestled for Valley City, got the win over Griffin Greenlee by a score of 6-0. Got a score via fall to make it 6-0 in the duel. And then Colton Griebel, Valley City, a win over Cashin Wadeson, 7-3. Valley City would push their lead to 9-0 at 120. Logan Navarro from Valley City defeated Blaze Rinke 7-3. And then a win at 126. Ethan Miller over Carter Waldner, 6-2. So Valley City right away took a 15-0 lead, winning the first four weight classes. Mike Nelson at 132 for Lisbon was able to turn the tide, defeating Tucker Johnson via fall. Levi's Fiam at 138 defeated Isaiah Schultheis 5-0. Valley City came back with the win at 145. Espen Kunze over Simons Fiam 6-5. That one came right down to the final 30-second. Kunze getting a last-second escape to get the win right there. At 152, Bowden Greenlee from Lisbon over Evan Melke from Valley City via fall, 327. At 160, Jaden Smith defeated Ezra Hans, so fall 237. Roden Muskie from Valley City defeated Hunter Schultz at a 6-3 decision. Jordan Sowers moving up to 182, defeated Cale Griebel via fall at 123. At 195, Avery Dick over Jonas Schultheis, a 3-0 decision. Gabe Lyons, who trailed the first two periods against Jonathan Redfern, got a win via fall at 448. And then Josh Shear defeating the heavyweights Carson McGough by a final of 3-2. He got an escape last second to get the win there. So that's how things shaped up tonight here in Lisbon. That will do it for our broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. Again, our final score On the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard here, the Lisbon Broncos defeat the Valley City Highliners in dual competition by a final score of 39-21. This has been high school wrestling on yourliveevent.com.